What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my 2024 Washington Commanders mock draft. Now, before I take and get into what I have on the screen here in front of me now, I need you guys, the folks, to comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Did this draft absolutely suck that I did? Or maybe after hearing what I have to say, you might actually like it a lot. Let's go. Let's jump right into it. And again, don't forget to take and hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into it. Washington Commanders. Drake May in this mock draft, he was the first quarterback off the board. I left the Washington Commanders with the number 2 overall pick, and they picked none other than Caleb Williams from USC. Now, I know there's a lot of mixed feelings. Some people call him a drama queen, but what you can't take and deny is the guy is an absolute baller and his will to win. Very emotional, but I think that emotion is good. You don't want to take and see a quarterback out there who doesn't care at all and he's throwing picks. This is a guy who is destined for greatness, and he takes losing to heart. Now, Washington Commanders have been a mediocre to losing team for a long time. So you need a Caleb Williams in there with a lot of the back office changing and new head coaches going to be getting hired hopefully soon now that Ron Rivera is out of there. This is a team that I'm very excited to see. Now, they have receivers. They have great receivers, as a matter of fact. But with the lackluster play of Sam Howell, Caleb Williams is going to take and win that spot. But I love tight end Jatavion Sanders. I would rank him behind Bowers from Georgia, the number 2 tight end in the draft. Let's take and talk about him a little bit. He's 6'3", 235 pounds, and he moves very well. He moves like a slow receiver almost, but he's very, very, very fast, naturally quick. They said that he could be compared to Gerald Everett, which is very, very fast. Gets physical very quick and finishes the catch. He won't be confused for especially an effective blocker, but Sanders makes an effort. And also says here he's a strong day 2 pick. And again, this guy could potentially be a Pro Bowler in 2 to 3 years. When I see Jatavion Sanders, I see David Njoku. That is what I see. I see a David Njoku, maybe a little bit faster version of him. The dude is a baller. And I'm excited to see what his 40-yard time is once the NFL Combine does take and hit us. Moving on, we have offensive guard Cooper Beebe coming out of Kansas State. 6'4", 322 pounds. Cooper is the man with the master plan. When it comes to taking and having a rookie quarterback, you want to have people that can grow with them. That includes offensive linemen and receivers as well, too. Definitely, arguably, a top guard of this year's draft. Definitely, hands down, a top guard. This guy could potentially go to the end of the first round. That's how good he is. But if he is there, after again, I think they go offense back to back as far as like skill positions, and they start to shore up that O-line because Howell was knocked around a lot last year. Cooper Beebe, he's very, very athletic. So when you have a quarterback like a Sam Howell, obviously he's probably not going to start. They'll probably put Caleb, but he'll probably win that camp battle. He takes in, he comes in there. The dude is going to ball out. He's going to ball out, and then you're going to have an offensive lineman who could take and stay with you as well, too, to make sure that you are ultimately protected. He's an elite athlete with great strength, and I think Cooper will be a guy, hopefully is in a Washington Commanders jersey for a very long time. Then moving on to pick number 67 is Satal Lamel. Forgive me if I said that name wrong. He's 6'4", 321. This guy, he could play tackle. He can also play inside at a guard as well, too. So there's that possibility you could move him to guard. But again, he's listed as a tackle, played college football as a tackle. But somebody goes down, he's additional depth, and he can start either area that you have him in, okay? But naturally, he is a tackle. 6'4", 321-pound frame. Dude is an absolute dog and has great lateral movement. This guy is going to do big things for Washington. Then we have Tommy Eichenberg, linebacker out of Ohio State, 235 pounds, 6'2". Y'all, check this out. His stats in 2022, 120 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, a pick, and 3 pass deflections. Now they're saying he's one of the top prospects in this year's draft. Y'all, I'll be honest with you. If I think this could even be a pick that we can take in the second round as well, too. But if he is there with the 3rd or 4th overall pick for us, so let's say us, I mean the Commanders, I say take him. I say take him. His pursuit of plays, closing the gap, being a home and missile for the quarterback. This guy is going to be a Pro Bowler within 3 years. Tommy is that guy. And we have Javon Solomon, edge rusher, coming out of Troy. Y'all, he had 16 sacks. 16 sacks for Troy. Javon Solomon is all that in a bag of chips to me. He is an absolute beast. I want to say he's around 6'2", speedster as well too. But this guy makes plays every chance that he gets, and because of his stats, because of what the tape has to take and say, this guy will take and be a round 4, round 3 at the latest. Javon Solomon is that guy. And here's the thing, I love the running back for the Commanders. I'm happy he came back healthy after getting shot. He still should be there. But I think it's important to take and have a running back committee back there. Marshawn Lloyd, yes, he's had some issues with fumbling. I want to acknowledge that. He's 5'9", low leverage to the ground, 216 pounds. This guy reminds me of Marshawn Lynch. If he could fix his fumbling, he's going to be great. And he could block. And he could block on top of that. Dude is a baller. This is the type of guy where if it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 1, you want to give Marshawn the ball right off of the tackle where he could take it inside or bust it outside. This guy is an absolute beast and very, very quick feet as well too. Then we have Kenneth Horsey. I have Kenneth Horsey actually coming on this show this week, so look out for that interview. He was a 4-year starter, did have 5 years total at Kentucky, I believe it was, after having open heart surgery, and went on to have a long college career. Dude has an absolute heart. So you think of Will Levis and the success he had, and they have another quarterback from Kentucky who's going in the draft this year. Kenneth Horsey was that guy protecting the QB. He earned that spot, and they're bringing a lot of talent. So he held down the fort, man. He is now ready for the NFL. And Kenneth is an absolute round 6, round 7 steal. You get him, he could potentially be starting for your team his rookie year. That's how good he is. Not enough people are talking about him, though. He does go out there with 2 knee braces, but does not have a history of injury, though he did have a season-ending injury this last season. He's now healthy again and ready for the draft, and because of that injury, his stock is going to fall. But Kenneth is that guy. You take a chance on him, thank me later. And then the last person is George Holani, running back out of Boise State. He's quick. He's fast. Great backfield blocker. This guy has a low leverage to the ground. I want to say he's 5'9", 5'10", and the dude is a beast. If you have to tackle him, he will drop his shoulder on you and run full speed while he's doing it. George Holani is great. I think a drawback could be his breakaway speed potentially, but George is all that in a bag of chips. Guys, you're probably wondering, why the heck do I have 2 running backs in this draft? Why? I think though you guys have great receivers, though you have pretty good tight ends, your starting tight end right now is a little bit older. You want to take and bring in some fresh talent. You already have the receivers there. I think shoring up that backfield and shoring up the O-line is going to take a lot of pressure off of a rookie quarterback. So that's why I went the way I did. And then I have multiple elite defensive players, Tommy Eichenberg and Javon Solomon. These guys are potential day one. You hear me? Potential day one starters. Okay. And any other stuff they could take and pick up, and free agency and so forth. But let me know your thoughts. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and I'm going to catch you guys next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.